Hello everyone. Welcome. In this session, what we'll be seeing is we will be trying to understand the fundamental blocks of marketing cloud personalization. What are we'll go over the platform overview and we will understand what is how we can create a data set, what are the attributes, where we will find them, and SFTP, where we can create SFTP, what is the environment where we'll be writing our sitemap code, and building our first campaign, creating segments. So all of this in a brief overview of the platform. Okay, so I hope you like this video, so let's jump right into it.
So hello everyone. So in this session, what we will be seeing is we will go through a platform walkthrough of marketing cloud personalization and what are the basic fundamental element or building blocks, right, which we use in order to customize a campaign. Okay. So to start, uh, so this is the kind of dashboard where you will be initially coming in, right, when you are logging into personalization. So and here at the right hand side, if I go here, so you will see here manage data sets, right? So if you click on here, you can create a new data set from here. Okay, so since our data set is already created, so I will just reload the page. So it will take some time to load. Okay, so now coming to this, right, so here once the data set you have created, right, from that managed data set, you can create the data set. Once you have created the data set, okay, so now you can as part of basic administrative activities like creating some users or providing some roles, right, so those things you can do it from under uh, like manage users here. Okay, so here you can uh, give access to a particular user. Okay, then coming over here you can manage SFTP. Okay, so you can manage SFTP and create new FTP account from here. Okay, so and you can choose a data set and you can create the FTP account from here. So let's say you want to create some attributes, right, so like you first name, last name, these are some common attributes, but say you want to create some custom attributes. In that case you can create a new attribute. So we have three types of attribute, like user attribute, account attribute, survey attribute. Survey attributes are part of the survey. User attributes you will generally create, which are like the first name, last name, phone number, and all of this. So new attribute, you can give the details here. Okay, so here there are options like whether it is personally identifiable. So let's say it's a phone number, email address, those are personally identifiable. Yeah, and once you have given all of those, you will just save it, and that's how you create a new attribute. Now this is fine, but then coming over report, right, if you hover over report, you will see here event stream. Okay, this is a very important place. You will come here many times. So here basically, once you have integrated your website, right, all of the events, let's say someone browses any particular page, someone clicks the website, so all the user activities, right, it will get tracked and it will get displayed in the event stream. So those, all those activities you will see over here. Okay, coming to web, and also like recent visitors, you can check out recent visitors here. Okay, so that you can do. Now coming to web, here there is under web there is JavaScript integration, right? So here in JavaScript integration, this is the first part where you will need to install the beacon or the SDK into your website. So for that there are two options, synchronous and asynchronous. Whichever you prefer, you will take this link and you will paste it in the website. Okay, and that's the way we integrate MCP with like the website. Now there is website configuration. Here you have to give allowed domains. So let's say you have any website which is hosted in somewhere else like platform sh or Heroku, right? So you will take the domain information and you will put it here so that in marketing cloud personalization is able to identify that location. Okay, that domain. Okay, now coming over here, there is user segments. Okay, so user segments, you can create segments once you have integrated, right? And all the integration, web SDK installation and all those things are done, you can create user segments from here. So basically you can click on new segment and give it a name, and you can choose, let's say, metrics, text attribute. You can choose any text attribute. You can, let's say, if the email exists, right, then and you can also add a new rule, right? So here let's say it's a and or you can choose, let's say, if email address exists, or let's say metrics, text attribute, and let's choose another attribute, let's say mm, let's say the user ID, right? So the user ID exists. Okay, then we can give the name to a segment, and we can create a new group. Okay, and see here also we can add and or, and we can create another set of rules. Okay, so in the segment these are called rules, and you can select the rules and then you can save and publish it here. Okay, and at the moment some user is eligible for a particular segment, it will show up in the under the users tab. So under the users tab you will be able to see, since this is not saved yet, that's why you are not able to view this because it's visible. But the moment we save it, this will get enabled and we can view that. Now where we will be creating the campaigns, right? The templates and the campaigns. So the templates and also the sitemap code, right? So you can write the sitemap code here, right? You can write it here, but there is another way where we can, means like so this you can write here, but how will you test it, right? So for that there is a development environment which is, you have to go to Google and type like Salesforce Interaction Studio Chrome extension. Okay, and you will get this Salesforce Interaction SDK launcher. You can add that to Chrome. I have already added it. Okay, so once you have added this extension, it will provide all of the things which is required in order to work with your sitemap code, right? So here, coming here, you will click on this extension and you will see this extension. And here if you click on, see here, since I have already added the beacon, no, that's why it's telling that the beacon is added and it is recognizing that data set which is our test one. Okay, so the data set it is able to identify. Okay, now account name, data set name, all these are in place. So I will just open the visual editor. Okay, so this is the visual editor, right? So here you can see you can write the sitemap code here. You can create the template from here, the campaign from here. Okay, now the same thing you can do it from here also. So you can create template and campaign from here. But this is a better place where you can write and test your code, right? So if I come over here, you will see that. Here we can write the sitemap code, okay, and you can execute and test if the pages are matching. So if the page types are matching, if the is match function is there, right? So in the sitemap, so if the page is matching, then you can check that here. If you are in a particular page, it will display over here the user data. Let's say there is a event listener, you capture the user data, that will display over here. If there are some content zones, okay, then that will also display over here. And if there is any error, it will show up in the logs. So that's the development environment, right? Now coming to template, so we can use number of global templates are available, which means out of the box template, and you can choose anyone and you can just clone, or you can create your own template also, okay, which requires some coding. Okay. So here if you come here, so banner with call to action, let's say we'll select that, and if you see here, we have this template, right? So this particular template will have all these components like handlebars, then CSS, client side code, Java server side code, all of these elements are here. Okay, so you can choose like you can go through the code here. Some curly braces tags and all are here. Then you have the CSS. So if you want to customize the CSS, okay, there is some client side code which has some listeners and all. There is some server side code which also has some listener and all. Okay, so you can go through that, and you can select the content zone. So basically from here you can select the content zone, and so here if you see the content zone is once you have declared your content zone, you can select that from here. You can also give, let's say this is banner with call to action, so the image URL, if the button is clicked, where it will land. So all those things you can put it over here, right? So um, and you can test, render, or and publish it. Okay, so that things you can do from here. Now once the template is created, you can create your campaign from here. Okay, so coming over here, you click on new campaign, and there are two types of campaigns you can create: A/B test and rule based. Now A/B test is like 90% of user will see this, 10% of user will see the other experience. Mostly you will go with rule based campaign, which let's say I choose rule based. You will give add a rule, and there are a couple of options, right? So based on weather, geography, all this, but most of the time you will go with audience and segment. Okay, so if a particular set of users qualify to a particular segment, you will add that user in your campaign. So you can select your add template, and whichever template you are interested in, you can select it from here. And once you are done with that, you can again test it from here, and if you click on this, you will see the experience. And once you are sure about the experience and all, you can just publish it from here. Okay, so that is the place where we will be building our campaigns. Now coming to this, let's say you want to get some data from FTP, right? From some external system. So for that you have feeds, so you can go to feeds dashboard. So under feeds dashboard, right, you will have all these options. Let's say you want to go with user ETL, you choose that option, and then coming over here, validate and execute, you click on this. Now this is the environment where you will be able to check and test your data after importing it from an external system, and see if there is any error, if there is anything. And once you are sure, right, okay, this is the data we want to commit, then you can commit. So you select the file from here. So there are, these are the folders. Let's say in inbound there is a CSV file which anybody has placed. You can place the file from automation studio file using file transfer activity, or if any external system also, if they drop that file, no, you can take that file and you can place it over here. And once that file is placed, you can just select it. So once that is like you have done that, right, you will get a test option here, or like you will be able to check and check the data here. Okay, so in a, and there is some color coding also, like blue, red, green. So color coding, yeah, ETL feeds. Okay, so there are some, I think, color codes which is like you can verify with the existing data, the new data and all. And once you are sure, right, about the data, then you can just commit that data and it will update in your user dashboard, right? So, and also the files need to be formatted in a particular way. So if you see here, so in ETL we will cover that, but here there is a particular file naming format which we need to follow. And you can like basically commit the file data, right? So after that we have Einstein, right? So Einstein recipe is basically used for product recommendations, but before Einstein recipe there is product catalog. So you will have to set up a catalog, uh, and for that I think catalog and profile objects is there. You need to create a catalog, let's say product, you need to enable that, save it. After that it will show up here if I refresh it, right? Now once the product catalog is there, see, now we are seeing products here. So you can just click on that. You can add a new product manually also, or you can use the sitemap code to capture it from the website. Once the product catalogs are there, then Einstein will know that what products are there in the catalog, and it can recommend some products in the website. So for that you can create a new recipe. So there are four components like ingredients, exclusion, booster, variation, and you can modify these values based on like your requirement. So let's say there is collaborative filtering, all these are machine learning algorithms, and you can tweak the values a little bit and see like what works for you. Okay, and let's say you want to boost a product, you can choose that. If there is some variation, let's say you want to show two shoes and one maybe t-shirt in the product recommendation, so you can add some variations here. And you can train your model. So this is a machine learning model, so you have to train your model. It will take some time, and once that like model is trained, you can then, it can take up to 24 hours. Once it's trained, you can then uh, do a simulation to see if that is providing the right kind of product recommendations, and then you can publish it here. Okay, so once you have published that model, then you can use it in your campaign using the, so there is again for Einstein recipe, there are two templates here: content recommendation and product recommendation. You can choose any of them, and you can test your, and you can publish a campaign using those templates to recommend some products in your website. Okay, so now uh, once that is done, no, then uh, there is open time email, right? So open time email, you can so again it's somewhat similar to the product recommendations which you are doing in your website, but it will be done in the email, right? When the email is opened, so you can create a template from here. So you can choose some fields from here, and you can write some code to build the template. And once the template is built, you can then uh, use that in your like campaign. So open time campaign, and you can choose a new campaign. Okay, and here you can choose, so let's say that recipe, no, so you can choose the recipe here. Okay, so so you can choose the recipe, and then you can get a preview, and you will get the HTML code from here. Okay, regarding that so you can take that HTML code, and you can then paste it in the content builder, or anywhere where you have that email, no, you can paste that code there, and it will after some modifications and all, you can once you publish that, it will show the product recommendations in the email. Okay, so that is open time email. Now there is also mobile, right? So let's say you want to show personalization in mobile. So for that you have mobile push uh, available. So in the push notification, let's say someone has registered and is interested in shoes, right? So Nike shoes, let's say, or any brand, right? There are some shoes which are there, and you want to boost or show that those notifications, right? So let's say these particular users are added to a segment which are, let's say, shoe interested people, right? So and you create a campaign for mobile push, and you can uh, basically customize the mobile push from here, right? So here you can create the experience, and also you can add rule based, and you can make some modifications from here, right? So and you can add new rule, you can choose the segment, right? And based on that segment, you can show a particular push notification. Okay, so that is mobile, right? So that mobile push is also possible from this. Okay, so and then you have reports, right? So if you want to create a particular kind of report, so you can create that, let's say, goal comparison report, right? So you will get those reports from here, the revenue report, right? So the reports are available under the reports dashboard. uh, So which will help you, like technology, which technology is being used, Chrome, Firefox and all this, right? So how many users are opening from Chrome and all. There is also behavioral reports, new visitor, returning visitor. So all of this you can choose from here. Then you can create survey. Okay, so survey also you can create from here. So you can choose let's say input, right? So you can, yeah, and you can publish a survey. There are like check boxes you can use, and you can create basically surveys from here. And the survey, and you can test the survey and publish it and use it. Okay, and the survey related like attributes where your survey data will get captured is the survey attributes. So here once you create the survey, the attributes will be created here and you can use those values. Okay, so basically that is at a high level of the platform overview of marketing cloud personalization. So I hope you like the session. So we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.